All right, so 30 minutes. Sorry. So this is a story of something that happened to me when I was 16, I think, 16 or 17. I think it was 16. And it's a story that I said I've actually recorded a few times, but I feel like recording it again tonight because I want to draw a correlation between this, what happened to a friend of mine that I watched when I was 16, 17. And I want to draw the correlation to like Buju Banton. I was talking about a few days ago, Buju Banton, that he spent 10 years in lockup in a cage because an undercover cop, an undercover Fed or whatever, tried to sell him $10,000 worth of the Coca plant, and he bought it, and then they arrested him and stuck him in a cage. That wonderful, amazing musician and artist that expresses all the fucked up things very well that are happening in this world, was then scooped up by one of those fucked up things and then stuck in a cage, for 10 years. Understanding more how fucked up it is. So when I was 16, when I grew up, when I was like about 14, 15, I met, I befriended, really friend, 14, 15, a friend of mine, a Colombian kid. I'm gonna say his name, and if I don't know, I won't say the last name. So his name was Orlando, right? And he was Colombian, and he was a drummer, and I was picking up guitar back then. So we started forming a little band, and we would have jam sessions in his basement, which was in Corona, Queens. And now Orlando it was his house that all his brothers and sisters ended up going to during the day and stayed there. His mother and father were mostly in Colombia, so it was a pretty free flowing house. His brothers, were Colombian, and they provided plant medicine to those that needed it. As Colombians, and that's how I kind of grew up with them, from the age of 14, 15, 16. Understanding that, it's not so in their culture, because I'm assuming the Peruvian culture that has it part of their tribal past, and used for tribal reasons. So my friend Orlando, he had several brothers. I think there was like 10, 11 of them, and sisters. But he had one older brother called Mauricio that was going to high school with us, Newtown High School in Queens. And Mauricio, he actually looked like a skinny Elvis, or I don't know what else, a skinny Stallone. He was sort of very, very cool kid, and he ended up like dropping out of school because he had like the thing that you reverse letters, something, or and he ended up out of school when he was 17, 18, and he went to he started cooking, and he ended up getting a job in Manhattan in a really nice restaurant, and all of a sudden it's like. And he was doing really well, and all of a sudden, this guy's 17. I'm living, we're living in our fucking families and shit. But Mauricio's living he was in a building in Chelsea. Right? He got an apartment in a building in Chelsea, Manhattan. And, it was right near the restaurant that he worked in, very, very high end. And he was a fucking really good chef, man. Enough, a Colombian kid, 17, 18 years old, maybe 19, I think he was like 18. And he was good enough to become like a head chef there, man. So really cool. And so he lived in this apartment, and he was dating this girl from Arkansas that lived there. That worked in the same restaurant, a cute little blonde woman that he was with, and they lived in that apartment. So a few, they would invite us once in a while to go. So we take the trains in Manhattan and hang out in the apartment and chill and party a little bit, and then fall asleep and then come back. So that really like something like most 17-year-old kids don't do, right? So Mauricio, all of a sudden he's making good money, really good money, and it was like, damn, how's he gonna afford this fucking apartment? He's like, well, and this is like, I don't know, 30 years later, so there's no problem with me saying it, because I don't know. So please listen to the story, because it's very interesting. There's a cast and character, and this is, I swear to my mother, this is an absolute true story that happened to me, and to Orlando, and to his brother, Mauricio. So Mauricio in the process of selling plant medicine to a friend of this girl's from Arkansas, who was in Arkansas, right? It was a lawyer and this other kid that I ended up meeting. We ended up meeting that was distributing a lot of the plant medicine all throughout Arkansas, right? And we're like, oh yeah, this guy's coming. He's coming over. And Mauricio did a lot of trips with the plant medicine to Arkansas on a plane, right? So we were at Mauricio's house, apartment one day, and I met the girl. I knew the girl. She was really cute. In walks this guy, right? With he looked like a surfer, right? I think it was a summer. He looked like a surfer, right? Big, curly, almost like Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, kind of hair, like all surfer dude, shorts and a t-shirt, right? And Mauricio's like, hey man, Leonard says oh really, let's go hang out with Mauricio today because his friends from Arkansas are gonna come over and you party a little. Let's go, fuck it, man. So we go. So we're hanging out there, and walks this guy, and I ended up meeting him, talking to him. Hey man, what's up? Good, cool. And this is the guy that that was buying in Arkansas, the girl's friend with the lawyer that ended up distributing most of a lot of this plant medicine throughout Arkansas itself. Right? So this is in 1982, I think, 1982. Right? It's about 82, 83. Because I was 16, 17. Graduated high school in 1983, so 82, 81 maybe. Okay. So Mauricio, so the guy called, and this guy that walks in with the curly hair, and the fucking the surfer dude is that, yeah, we did a few lines and then we spoke big doobies, and it's like, oh yeah, oh, boom, it's like, oh yeah, okay, great, bye. Oh wow, he's going back to Arkansas. He's gonna bring a whole bunch of shit back. He came in here just to pick it up, the plant medicine, and bring it back to Arkansas. Right? White guy, as you can imagine, and with the white girl and the white lawyer, and one Colombian kid from New York. So Mauricio keeps on going back and forth, making more money. He's like, oh yeah, man, he's rolling. He's bought a fucking car. He's living fucking in Chelsea, man. Yo, I went to that and dude, I walked through the building in Chelsea, and the guitarist from the David Letterman show was there. I met I think Sinbad and a few other people were walking through the hallway in this place. This thing must have cost them $23, $24. This is 1981. $2,200 a month. How the fuck is he affording this? He's not a good chef, but is he that good of a chef? Yeah, man, he's affording it, man. Him and the girl, He's like, fucking cool. The whole Arkansas thing is going really well for him, right? Cool. So one day I was like, oh, Mauricio, Orlando goes, oh shit, dude, man, what? Mauricio just got busted. What? Oh shit, what happened? It's like, well, he was going to Arkansas, right? And with the stuff, and because he was crossing federal line, they ended up stopping him and arresting him, taking him, the girl, the lawyer, and that one other guy with the curly hair. Now, Orlando Ray told me who he was, but it didn't really matter because I didn't really care shit. But I'm gonna tell you later on who that guy was, right? And I swear to God, it was him. I'm not lying. I have no fucking reason to lie to this. I'm just comparing it to Buju Banton spending 10 years in a fucking prison in a cage for the same plant medicine. So I'm going, right? So we go, oh shit, Mauricio got busted. Fuck. What is he facing? He's facing 2.5 years in a federal prison for transportation of this plant medicine. Really? Fuck. And what else is that? Well, the girl, she's the one who blabbed and told the police everything that was going on. So she's getting off. She got, some community service or something. How about that lawyer? Yeah, he kind of got off too because he's a lawyer, so he knew how to, do the. Well, how about the fucking guy with the curly hair, that was distributing the plant medicine through most of Arkansas? Yeah, man. No, that you know why? Oh, why? Because that shit you told me. Right? Yeah, he's the governor of Arkansas's brother, who was distributing the plant medicine, the Coca plant medicine throughout Arkansas. So Mauricio, you want to tell you who it is? Yeah, and you know who the governor of Arkansas was around? I think it was 81, 82. I don't know. You know who it was? You want to guess? He became president. You got it. Clinton. And there was the guy with the curly hair, that I did bumps with and smoked weed with, and like, you know, he drank beers and all that. Hey, man, I'm going back with someone that played medicine. Who was that? It was Bill Clinton's brother. I forgot his name now. You can Google it up. You know, the one that he did some he had a cocaine problem, and you know he did some rehabs, and now he's just fine. Heck, wink, wink. He did absolutely no time. And actually, his story, because his brother was in Arkansas, his whole participation in the fucking what they considered a crime was zero, because they didn't want to mess with Clinton, because they had inspiration of his brother being like maybe president. So again, I recap: the white lawyer who was involved in the whole bringing it back, and then getting it to the no time. The white girlfriend, that was like introduced my friend Orlando, my friend Mauritius, to the people in Arkansas. Oh yeah, they're like zero time, because she talked and she gave everybody up. Peter Clinton. I don't even know I don't remember his name now. You can Google it. I kind of like blocked it out, because this son, or whatever, a relative of a famous politician, they were able to shut it all down, plug it out, and he did no fucking time for any of it. And he was the one distributing it through Arkansas. Lots of it. And my friend Mauricio did too. I remember going to visit him a whole bunch of times. It was a federal prison in Allentown. And we went to visit. And he, he spent 2 years there. I think he had been paroled 1.5 years. Buju Banton spent 10 years. 10 years for buying less than that. That was 10 years ago. Okay? Bill Clinton's brother, I remember his name. I blocked it out. You can Google it. The guy with the curly hair. He had curly hair when he was in 1982. You can find a picture of him. Did absolutely no time. And he got a little article about, he had a cocaine problem, wink, wink. And he went to rehab, and now he's just fine. This is what your laws do. They target poverty, and they target inner city, and they target black, Hispanic, anything, and if it's somebody in like most of those people are fucking politicians, anybody's go to Long Island and hang out with all the rich people on there, outside of Long Island, all those ring houses, and bring a lot of plant medicine. They never got busted. None of those people got busted. One of his brothers, Mauricio, Pete, I think, he was like sneaking in from Colombia because he got deported. Right? Oh no, he ran, right? And he would come back in, and he would come in through Mexico, and then they'd be searching the house every once in a while. They'd come in for the feds would search the house. Me and Lana would be drumming us. I'd be like playing guitar, and somebody else playing guitar, drumming, and feds, what? They're coming. Oh, hi guys, we're looking for Pete. Have you seen him, your brother? No, okay. We're just gonna search the whole house. Yeah, just like in the fucking mob movies. That's funny. So again, I want to say when it comes to the war on drugs, okay, it targets black, Hispanic, poverty, anything that it is not white, middle class, or upper class, or wealth class, rich. And next time you see Buju, if you know who I'm talking about, apologize to him for what we allowed them to do to him. I apologize to Mauricio. I didn't even share. Yeah. So I hope you get the gist of that story. I wanted to say it again, and I don't know. I don't remember. I taped it and I posted it a while back. I did 28 days 10 years ago for a half a joint of weed in my pocket in the county for in Asbury. Now they're Zen Leaf. They have around the block. Woohoo! They grow hard. They grow hard 10 years. They grow hard. I said, oh, you know what? Let's stop putting those people in cages for just a plant. Took them how long to do that? How many people suffered in cages because of that? Those judges that put them in cages, they should actually be put into the same cages now for the same amount of time those people spent in cages because of their laws that didn't really take into account, it's plant medicine. And the reason it's so problematic is because it's illegal and because, y'all make a whole bunch of money on the crime side and the legal side off of the people that want to use the plant medicine. So remember that. Yeah? And if Orlando, if you're watching this, yo, bro, Mauricio, I remember the story. I'm pretty sure the story is exactly the way it is because that's how I remember it. Yeah? I gotta Google that guy. Peter Clinton? No, what's that? What's the Roger Clinton. I think it's Roger Clinton. No time. He was a big distributor of it in Arkansas. And the feds and everybody knew. My friend Mauricio did 2 years or 2.5 years in federal prison. None of the other white people did anything, including the one that was distributing throughout Arkansas. Remember the hypocrisy that these people face every day sitting in a cage for something that your fucking law, alcoholic law makers, whatever they call them, deem illegal. And for all those people in cages right now, I'm sorry. If I could, I would wave my hand and get you the fuck out of there. Because you don't deserve to be there. These things were used for thousands of years in shamanic cultures and tribal cultures. And these alcoholics, 50, 60 years, they made them illegal and filled the cages up with you. One day, what comes around goes around. Yeah? And that instant karma that John talked about, it's not like real karma, but that's going to come back. And retribution will be yours. Mark my words.